Matches, please.
Hello everybody, and thank you for logging on tonight and tuning in for this special online event where we are marking 10 years of running the Cider Jam Nite at the Manor Scythe in Bolton. Now the event takes part on the first and third Wednesday of every month. Many of you already be aware of that. But obviously the last year's been a bit weird with the coronavirus crisis. We haven't had a jam session since St Patrick's Night 2020. Obviously 10 years is quite a landmark for us, so we decided we had to do something to celebrate the event, so we're running this. We've got a massive list of performers. Most of our regulars have mucked in and prepared songs for you, and we'll be streaming these all night tonight, so we hope you guys are going to stick around and enjoy them and get your friends to come on and watch and leave some comments and all the rest of it. But I just really want to say to everyone who's been involved in the Jam Nite over the last 10 years, thank you so much for all your support and involvement. Obviously if you guys didn't turn up and take part and bring everything to the session, the uniqueness and all the rest of it that you do, we wouldn't have a Jam Nite in Bolton, and the music scene wouldn't be as good as a result of that. So thank you everybody, and of course this tonight is celebrating the uniqueness, the eccentricities, the eclecticness of everything we've achieved together with this night over the last 10 years. And I think it's pretty safe to say that Jam Nite is definitely the liveliest and most varied live music event that still takes place in Bolton Town Centre. It's possibly now the longest running music event in Bolton Town Centre, and I know it's a bit rowdy for some people, but for all you guys who continually support it and come and enjoy what we do, all I can say is nice one and long may it continue. So obviously in the time that the Jam Nite's run over the course of the last 10 years, we've done a lot of different things together, we've achieved a lot. You know, there's been so many cool jams, so many people coming through, and I thought I'd put together this little intro video that hopefully you'll all enjoy, and we can reflect back on some of the memories and some of the fun and banter that we've all had. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this little montage. So obviously the Jam Nite started back in 2011, and really it was myself and Roger who were behind the sort of concept of it. And at the time there were a lot of other open mics going on in the town centre. Some of them were really good, you know, like the Dog and Partridge, which was a long established event, and they're still carrying on online. And it had several others, too many to mention. But obviously we were going round to a few playing, and we decided we wanted to create our own sort of more spontaneous jam session where anyone could turn up and just join in. And rather than it being like solo performances, have it just a bit more like proper jam, sing around, everyone can just jump on and do what they want. So that was one of our missions, if you want to call it that. And the second one was, there's a lot of egos in the music world, and we wanted to do something where anyone, any ability, it doesn't matter if they've only just started and they know 3 chords on a guitar, anyone could turn up and feel welcome and join in some capacity, in whatever capacity they felt comfortable doing so. And especially our Cover the Road of Booth's music, and we have a lot of students coming and going there having lessons, and some of those guys didn't have anywhere they could go and play and jam with their mates. So it was really with those two things in mind that we set up the Jam Nite. And from very humble beginnings, sat around the piano with a few guitars, it's grown into this sort of popular, well-known event that people enjoy coming to. So yeah, we soon got permission off the Manor Scythe and got set up in there, originally on a Thursday night, but we soon moved to a Wednesday because it was better. And of course, in sort of association with booths, a lot of people, customers, staff, tutors and students from there were coming along, and it quickly became established as kind of like an acoustic night. You can see from these posters that we were distributing at the time and over the years that we've always tried to convey it's a fun session, nothing pretentious, and it's something that everybody can enjoy. So what happened was Roger went out and bought a piano especially for the Jam Nite, and he installed that into the Manor Scythe in what's now known as the piano room, and that was to be our base of operations. I think I mentioned before, we initially started on a Thursday, but we moved the session to a Wednesday so as not to clash with a couple of other open mics that were going on. It soon developed, more and more people came. We had to introduce a PA system and have a few mics for singers. And of course that meant that things started getting a bit louder, so started plugging acoustic guitars and acoustic instruments into the PA, and people started bringing amps. And eventually, after Joey started bringing his keyboard, where he was providing sort of a drum kit sound on that, we ended up getting an electric drum kit. Now we've got a bass amp, and the sound's just kind of progressed over the years. You know, the more people that have been coming, we've needed a better setup. And it's grown into a really good showcase, covering all styles, all ages, all backgrounds. I must say, it isn't for everybody. Some people have turned up and they've found it a bit too rowdy and chaotic, but I think most people who come like it because it is a different format. Everybody's welcome to have a go. It doesn't matter how good you are. You know, we try and be very welcoming and give everyone a chance to get involved. So we have had some pretty wild sessions over the years, and from these pictures you can see we once did an outdoor one in summer in the beer garden. Of course, we always do fancy dress stuff at Christmas, Halloween, St Patrick's Night, you know, and we do run an annual event marking the anniversary of the beheading of the Earl of Derby, who had his head lobbed off after the English Civil War outside the pub in 1651. There's a lot of history based around the Man and South, and that's led us to have these events where we have Civil War fancy dress, and we've had Morris dancers outside, and we even had some actors. A friend of mine, Richard Delafield, and one of his colleagues acted out a play written by local historian Dave Burnham, and of course that's attracted attention from the press, and it's also nice to have a bit of recognition from the press, especially when we won the Open Mic UK #1 open mic to visit in the Northwest in 2019. Another really cool thing that we did was we recorded the very song you're listening to in the background here, which is called Down at the Old Man of South, written by Don Parry specifically for this jam session. And it was recorded at Booth Music by Kieran Lee, who was very patient with us, because we had 18 musicians turning up, all different instruments. And that was recorded in March 2013, which is 8 years ago. I can't believe that. I think one of the coolest and most individual things about our session is the mixture of instruments, different styles you'll get. I mean, we have all sorts of metalheads, blues guys turning up, as well as all the different drums and percussion. You might see people with didgeridoos, fiddles, different keyboards, DJ equipment, get cajons, banjos, ukuleles, everything. And it's been really nice to see all the different friendships made, different bands and musical projects formed through the Jam Nite. You know, we try and be friendly and welcoming to everybody, and of course the crowd participation is really important. You know, everyone can have a go, anyone can get up. There's always a really good party atmosphere going on. There are of course some of our friends who are sadly no longer with us, and I thought it would be fitting to pay tribute to these talented individuals, and we can always remember them through the music and all the joy that they brought to us at the Jam Nite and in the wider music scene. Some very talented people. We miss them all dearly. So that has been the Cider House Jam Nite at the Man and South over the last 10 years. It's been an excellent, fun, fulfilling, very rewarding, crazy ride so far. I'm personally very proud of everything that we've achieved with the Jam Nite, and the fact that it's so accessible to so many musicians. And of course it means so much to so many of our regulars. I think it's important that there is a night where everybody is welcome. It doesn't matter whether you like metal, jazz, classical music. If you play didgeridoo, flute, guitar, drums, you'll be welcome, you'll fit in, you can jump on anything. And I don't think there is anywhere else where you'll hear Slayer followed by Bob Dylan, followed by some Irish music, followed by jazz. But it's also a good place where people can come and showcase original material. And of course the improvised jams that we have are out of this world. Some of the best music we've ever made together has just been completely off the cuff. All these elements are what make the Jam Nite so individual. And I can't wait to get back in that room and start making music together again. So that's a bit of Jam Nite history for you there. And again, I just want to say thank you to everybody who has been involved and shown support to the event over the last 10 years. Without everyone coming along to the sessions, showing enthusiasm, helping us promote it online through word of mouth, and just keeping it going generally, you know, there wouldn't be a Jam Nite. So it's down to you guys, and I really appreciate it. I mean, I'm very, very proud of what the Jam Nite's become, and long may it continue, I say. Of course, I want to say thank you as well to everybody at the Manor Scythe over the years, you know, Kerry Shemick and Sonia, John Madden, everybody else, all the staff who've worked there while we've had the Jam Nite on. For allowing us to use your premises to make this racket that we do, and drink all your ales and cider, and you know, again for supporting the event and providing us with all the equipment. You know, without that support, again, it wouldn't exist. So really appreciate it, and hopefully there is some light now at the end of the tunnel that the Manor Scythe will be reopening again very soon. So as soon as their doors are open, which I think is going to be in May, make sure you get down and have a few pints. You know, it's the 4th oldest pub in Britain. There's a lot of history there, and it's a real cool place to hang out, meet musicians, meet like-minded people. And of course, I just want to give a big shout out and thank you to everyone at Bruce Music, apart from myself, for again supporting the event, letting us borrow equipment, use recording facilities, you know, and keeping us supplied with all the leads and mics and everything else, drumsticks, guitar strings, and again for helping us promote the event. And a lot of the tutors there also deserve a mention, because they come along and take part and bring the mates and bring the students down, and you know, it showcases really how accessible this event is. So yeah, thank you to everyone also at Booths Music. You can check out Booths Music online, www.boothsmusic.co.uk. I'll put it in on Facebook. So that wraps up my intro. I hope I haven't bored you to death, and thank you for having a watch, and I'm sure it's brought back some really cool memories of all the fun and laughter and musical moments that we've had over the last 10 years. And I hope you're going to enjoy this plethora of entertainment that we have for you tonight. So I'll leave it there. Thanks for tuning in. The first act will be on at about 7:15, and that's Ian Middleton. So yeah, see you later. Thank you very much. Go and get a beer open, and we'll be back shortly.